What can you make with mesh? Many magnificent creations that will mesh with your home sweet home. Karen Corvington from Pat Catan's in West Akron is here to show us how. Welcome, welcome.
Well, thank you for having me.
So, is mesh like this something new?
It's been around for a while, but just recently it has all the creativity. I mean, we've come up with the wreaths, and it's a very simple thing. It looks like it's very elaborate, but it
really does.
It's a step-by-step, you know, you start off with a wire wreath. Each one of these has sections, so when you're using our large mesh, it comes in the ribbon mesh as well. But in each section I found putting 4 of the scrunches on here fills the whole thing up, and that way it gives you a guideline.
Okay, so we get the wire wreath, we get
the mesh,
the color, whatever mesh
and there's many colors. That's the biggest thing, is trying to decide which one you want to use.
So it depends upon what you want to contrast in your home,
and
or for the holiday, or whatever it is.
And if any of the decorations you put in it, if you want to be able to change it over, then you can wire them in instead of glue them in. That way you can take everything out and use it for something else.
All right. So far so good. We've picked out what we want.
And we have our chenille stems, and I've cut these in half. When you're using the large, you want to cut them in half. For the ribbon mesh, you can cut them into thirds or fourths.
Okay.
So you don't have so much wire.
All right. So, okay, this must be the complicated part, right?
This is not complicated at all. We're taking this and we just gather it like this. And take a stem and just twist it. Mm-hmm. You can trim off your excess if you have a lot of excess. And then we're just going to wire it. I do the inside wires so that this,
like the poofy part?
Yep, that part doesn't stick out. Mm-hmm. Then I'm taking about 8 inches and again gathering. Before I put the stem though, I squish it up. See, is that the size I want?
Okay. So you can make it bigger or smaller depending on how much you squish.
And for the larger wreaths, of course, you'd want to use like up to 12 inches.
Okay.
And then it's just basically going back and forth from the inside wire to the outside wire so that it becomes full. Mm-hmm. And again.
Okay, so doesn't seem to be any real hard part to this wreath.
No, it's all, as long as you're scrunching up before you start tying it down, you can see exactly what you're going to be getting into. And there we have the start of our wreath.
So you have the outside wire, then the inside wire.
And I just go back and forth. And then you can just kind of move it any which way. It has a mind of its own.
All right. Well, you brought all of these examples. I see some with ribbon or flowers or beads on this one.
With this one, we have the ribbon is actually tied into with the mesh so that it's not going anywhere. And then I just added a bow to it. This is our red hat one. I had fun just adding some of the boa and some beads. You can then add a big bow to it. I mean, this is just the base of a red hat wreath. This one, our floral designer has added some florals and some little ornaments. So, I mean, it's just endless.
And you can make almost anything.
You can make almost anything with it. You can make bows with our ribbon mesh. You can make bows using 2 tomato plants. You can make trees.
Oh my goodness.
A duck.
Oh, there's our duck.
one of our customers also made a Tweety bird.
Oh my goodness!
So it's endless.
You can do everything.
Anything.
So, if our viewers, if you want to see if you mesh with mesh, call here for more information. Give Pat Catan's a call. They're in West Akron, and you can call the number that's next. My thanks to Karen Corvington for showing us how to make the most of mesh.
To learn more, call Pat Catan's in West Akron at 330-836-5600 or click to www.patcatan.com. Next, a vote of confidence for the stock market?